Welcome to AI in 10. I'm Chuck Getchell, and every day I break down the biggest AI story in just 10 minutes. What it is, why it matters, and how you can actually use it. Looking at today's topic about Nvidia's GTC 2026 preview and comparing it to recently covered topics, this is a fresh story. While we covered Broadcom challenging Nvidia's dominance on March 7th, today's topic is specifically about Nvidia's GTC conference preview and Jensen Huang's March Madness announcement, which is a distinctly different angle focused on upcoming hardware reveals rather than competitive market dynamics. Picture this. It's March, and while everyone else is filling out basketball brackets, Jensen Huang just announced the real tournament that matters. Nvidia's CEO is calling next week's GTC conference the real March Madness for AI. And honestly, he might not be wrong. This isn't just tech marketing hype. Huang is teasing hardware reveals that could change how we think about AI entirely. We're talking about chips that make today's most powerful AI look like a flip phone. The kind of breakthrough that makes trillion parameter AI models, which is tech speak for AI, so advanced, it makes current ChatGPT look like a calculator, actually affordable to run. Let me break down what's happening here because this affects way more than just tech nerds arguing on Reddit. Nvidia has been the undisputed champion of AI hardware for years. When OpenAI trained ChatGPT, they used Nvidia chips. When Google built Bard, Nvidia chips. When any company wants to build serious AI, they basically have to pay Nvidia's prices. And those prices have been astronomical. But here's where it gets interesting. Huang just previewed something called the Vera Rubin architecture with H300 GPUs. Don't worry about the technical names. What matters is what these chips can do. They're designed specifically for what researchers call world models. AI systems that don't just chat with you, but actually understand and simulate reality. Think about that for a second. We're moving from AI that can write emails to AI that can model entire worlds. The computing power required for that, it's like comparing a bicycle to a space shuttle. Right now, training a cutting-edge AI model costs over $100 million and takes months. These new chips could cut that down to weeks and millions instead of hundreds of millions. Which sounds like a lot of money until you realize it means AI capabilities that only Google and Microsoft can afford today might soon be available to your local startup. But Nvidia isn't operating in a vacuum anymore. Just earlier this month, AMD launched their Ryzen AI 400 processors that can run powerful AI directly on your laptop. No internet required. Samsung and Huawei are embedding AI into network chips, and we covered how Broadcom is forecasting $100 billion in AI sales, challenging Nvidia's dominance. This GTC conference isn't just a product launch. It's Nvidia's response to an increasingly crowded field. It's their way of saying, you think you can compete? Watch this. The timing is perfect too. Nvidia's automotive revenue just hit $1.1 billion, up 21% from last year. That's not just cars getting smarter, that's the entire transportation infrastructure preparing for a massive shift. Now, why should you care about a bunch of computer chips getting faster? Because this isn't happening in some isolated tech bubble. This is about to change your daily life in ways you probably haven't considered. Let's start with your phone. Right now, most AI features on your device need an internet connection. Siri talks to Apple's servers, Google Assistant connects to Google's cloud. Your photo editing apps upload your pictures somewhere else for processing. With these new chips, that changes completely. Your next phone could edit videos like a Hollywood studio, translate languages in real time, or summarize hour-long meetings, all without ever connecting to the internet. Which means no more data charges for AI features, no more worrying about privacy, and no more waiting for a connection when you need help. But it goes deeper than convenience. Remember how I mentioned Nvidia's automotive success? Those same chips powering trillion parameter models are making self-driving cars actually viable. We're not talking about the half-working autopilot systems we have now. We're talking about cars that can handle complex city driving, unexpected situations, and split-second decisions better than human drivers. The data suggests this could reduce traffic accidents by 40%. Think about what that means for your family, your insurance rates, your daily commute. It's like having a designated driver who never gets tired, never gets distracted, and has superhuman reflexes. Here's another one that hits close to home. Healthcare costs. Those trillion parameter models I mentioned, they're not just for chatbots. Researchers are using them to design new medications. A cancer drug that traditionally takes 10 to 15 years to develop could potentially be designed in months. MIT just released AI that designs custom protein drugs for cancer and rare diseases in hours instead of years. That was with today's hardware. Imagine what happens when you give those researchers chips that are 10 times more powerful. Your family's next medical breakthrough might come from an AI model that wouldn't exist without this hardware race. And then there's your career. This is where things get real for most of us. These edge AI devices, that's tech speak for smart computers that don't need the internet, are going to automate a lot of jobs. But they're also going to create entirely new categories of work. Instead of manually counting inventory, store workers will manage AI robots that do the counting. Instead of processing insurance claims by hand, adjusters will oversee AI systems that handle the routine stuff while they focus on complex cases. It's not about replacement, it's about elevation. The people who understand this shift and prepare for it will thrive. The ones who ignore it will struggle. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to motivate you. So what can you actually do with this information right now? The full reveals happen next week, but you can start preparing today. First, watch the GTC conference live. I'm serious about this. Go to nvidia.com GTC right now and sign up. It's completely free. The conference runs March 18th through 21st, and Huang's keynote on March 18th is must see. You don't need a technical background. They specifically designed sessions to show how this stuff impacts regular people and businesses. This isn't like watching a boring corporate presentation. These keynotes are where the future gets announced. It's like getting a preview of 2027 while you're still living in 2026. Second, start experimenting with local AI on whatever hardware you have right now. You don't need to wait for the fancy new chips. Go to Hugging Face, that's huggingface.co, and they have one-click installs for image generation and text models you can run on your current laptop. Download some of AMD's Ryzen AI tools or Nvidia's CUDA demos, play around with generating images, summarizing text, or even having conversations with AI models that run entirely on your computer. It's like test driving the future for free. This hands-on experience will give you an intuitive understanding of what's possible. And more importantly, it'll help you spot opportunities in your work and life where AI could make a real difference. Third, if you're in the market for a new laptop or computer, pay attention to AI capabilities. Look for systems with AMD's Ryzen AI 400 processors or Nvidia-equipped models. You can find good options in the $800 to $1,200 range from Dell, HP, or Lenovo. Check sites like AnandTech for benchmarks and real-world performance tests. Don't just buy based on traditional specs like RAM and storage. In 2026, AI processing power is becoming as important as everything else combined. This isn't about being an early adopter for the sake of it. It's about making sure your next computer can handle the AI-powered software that's coming over the next few years. Buying a laptop without AI capabilities today is like buying a computer without internet connectivity in 1995. Fourth, follow the financial implications if that's your thing. Track Nvidia's stock, AMD, even some of the smaller chip companies. Use free apps like Yahoo Finance to set up alerts for GTC announcements. You don't need to be a day trader, but understanding the market forces helps you understand where the technology is heading. And here's something most people miss. Start thinking about how this affects your industry specifically. Are you in retail? These chips enable smarter inventory management and personalized customer experiences. Healthcare, AI diagnostics and drug discovery, education, personalized learning systems that adapt to each student. Whatever field you're in, spend some time this week researching how AI is already being used in your industry. Then imagine what happens when that AI becomes 10 times more powerful and runs on devices instead of requiring cloud connections. The opportunities you identify today could become your competitive advantage tomorrow. As I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so talk to a professional for your specific investment situation. Here's what I think is really happening behind all the technical jargon and marketing hype. We're witnessing the transition from AI as a service you access online to AI as a capability that's everywhere around you. Your car, your phone, your laptop, your home appliances, they're all about to get dramatically smarter. And unlike previous technology shifts, this one is happening fast. Nvidia's March Madness isn't just about chips. It's about the acceleration of everything we've been talking about on this show for months. The companies and individuals who position themselves ahead of this wave will benefit enormously. Those who wait for it to become obvious will find themselves playing catch-up in a game where the rules have already changed. Jensen Huang's basketball metaphor is actually perfect. March Madness is exciting because underdogs can beat giants, brackets get busted, and everything can change in a single game. That's exactly what's happening in AI right now, except the tournament brackets are measured in trillions of calculations per second. The real takeaway here isn't about Nvidia specifically or even about computer chips. It's about recognizing that we're living through a fundamental shift in how intelligence, both human and artificial, gets amplified and distributed. The people who embrace that shift, learn from it, and find ways to work with it rather than against it will be the ones who thrive in whatever comes next. That's today's AI in 10. If you want to go deeper and learn AI with a community of people just like you, join us at aihammock.com. I'll see you tomorrow, my friends.